Right, hello everyone, and welcome to game number 2 in our best of 3 third place match between Pbhead and Blues. We've got some adjacent geotherms. And I point that out because I think it's actually the most interesting feature on this map right now, which is mostly just a desolate flatland.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Ooh, interesting combo tile.
Yeah, I like the combo tile down there. I kind of want to see a
robotic.
Scientific colonies found.
Yep. Good map to be scientific though. I like Pbhead's move with EMP and Power Surge on the black market.
But pirates.
Yeah.
But pirates, and more importantly, but pirates in that founding location. I mean, right? There's no water. There's no silicon. There's no aluminum.
Yeah.
It's really awkward. I much prefer Blue's founding location.
I think he could put.
I don't like how Blue's played it out though.
Yeah, he could put high water pump on that high water, which could basically protect you some from the pirates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it forces an awkward positioning. I will say, though, I think Blues has made a mistake in how he's playing this out. There's only one player I've actually seen do this in a way that I like, which is instead of that second metal mine on the aluminum, just throw down a solar panel. You don't need that much aluminum. You need that iron.
Right.
More desperately, and you get power.
More aluminum anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It already adds to your aluminum, which you don't need that much of. You still get the same amount of aluminum and iron from this first mine, and then you're producing some power. You're not overproducing aluminum. Yeah. It's just.
I mean, you're robotic. You got to make power.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So you might as well figure out a time to do it. All right,
now,
he's
Blues,
grabbed one of those geos.
Yeah.
You think someone's going to try to go for both?
I mean, he might. It is a little awkward. There are no mutinies.
Which makes a big difference because then you're not tempting the other player to grab yours to get the double.
But there are power surges, which just...
Yeah.
Well, there goes one. Very, very quickly onto these steel mills, which are already turned off, by the way. Just because that power price, that iron price... Not quite enough iron coming in. It's interesting that iron has gotten... I guess it's just because he's up against a scientific player and they've made a lot of steel.
However, look at those aluminum claims from PB. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but that's interesting.
Very aggressive. Blues has taken back his claim. And the thing is, these are not going to be valuable. Like, Pbhead... I like Blues' line of play here. He forces Pbhead. You're going to take these. You're going to finish them, so you can't put the claim back. And then I'm going to sell down aluminum, and you're going to feel silly.
Well, he can still get those claims back.
After he finishes the building? Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's not going to sell it down yet. After the building finishes. He just waits. Oh, look, $10 aluminum, and I'm HQ level 3. Now I take both geotherms.
It's funny how game mechanics work. You know, the whole giving back claims is only there because of misclicks, basically. So then, but then once it's in, now there's theoretically, well, not theoretically, now there are game mechanics built around returning claims.
Look at that aluminum price jump.
Wow, that is funny.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, that was interesting. But yeah, there are game mechanics in there, and you actually talked on the forums recently about some game mechanics that you're okay with and some that you're not in particular. Where, like, if black market hits, you probably shouldn't be able to avoid that, but if somebody... decides to turn things back, that's okay. It's just awkward.
They're playing footsie now. PB just claimed both of the geos
and then canceled them both, yeah. Decided he wanted the water instead. Which is fair. You know, making money is usually important, and power doesn't do that until you've paid down all your debt. Just a small detail.
Those geotherms, it's like the hot stove, you know? They want to touch it, but they know they shouldn't.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Or what's the correct metaphor there? I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you just off the top of my head. What I can tell you is that there is a chemical shortage going on right now, which makes things super awkward combined with the one chemical consumption by the colony right now. Like, first person to hit HQ level 4 is going to get a huge advantage, I think.
Yeah, does PB have carbon close to him? No, not at all. All right.
There was not a lot of carbon on this map. Just 8 tiles, I think.
Yeah. And
a little dry ice in the corner. Network virus for 7,000 debt over to PB.
No, you know, that is a good point. That dry ice might be a nice little thing for Blues.
Could be. Would have been tempted if I was going to take the dry ice. The pretty obvious location, I think, is the cliff.
Yep, you could theoretically switch to wind if you want to there as well.
Not a huge deal with geotherms. I like how these double geos, like, Nobody's actually
Still there.
committed.
It would be hilarious if they just stay that way the whole game because they're just so tricky. I mean,
Are they though in a 1v1? Are they?
PB should build one geotherm. He doesn't have
Right.
to take them both, but it's close to his base. He should just do it. I mean, there's no reason. Not
There's
to.
double geos on the map, and these players are still letting power push toward the $200 mark.
This is so weird.
I
Yeah,
don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from the game.
and he's deleted his aluminum mines. I guess is he going to put down power? Yeah, he's sending solar panels over there. But you're so far away. I mean,
They take a while, but you know, power magically transports instantaneously. So
I
you
mean,
know.
the one thing he knows is Blues isn't going to power surge or EMP them, so they're safe.
That's true. On the other hand, I mean, there is dynamite.
Yeah,
Scientific
yeah.
colony
kinda-
expanded.
I would like dynamite. Dynamite would be a great move here.
Pbhead is actually going to be our first player to HQ level 4, which surprises me. In a lot of ways, I think it's just these EMPs slowing down Blues so much right now. And so he should put down Kim Labs yesterday.
And there's the pirates on the farms also.
Always nice to see.
Yeah. All right. Is Pbhead going for the chemicals? Okay. Finally.
He takes the double geo. Dust storm incoming, not what Blues wants to see.
I only see one geo going though. Does that mean he's out of claims? He's got one claim left. I mean, that's not enough to get into.
I mean, he's
into
just
chemicals.
he's just out of resources. He'll get there.
I
at
think
some
he should have
point.
gone for one geo and started working on chemicals. mean,
I agree.
It's 68. It's $68, you know, and it's going to get support from the colony.
Yeah, $68 without adjacency.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's
yeah,
just like-
sure. It's gonna be $100 if you just put two of them next to each other.
You just like go for
Carbon's-
those. You go for reactors.
Carbon's $20. Buy 100 carbon and then wait to get the carbon when you go to level 5.
Virtual reality. That is not going to be worth all that much this game. It's going to be worth something, but you still got to build
Yeah.
the pleasure dome.
Pleasure Dome, get next to two things. It'll boost it up to maybe $80.
Maybe
If you get-
with that
if you get-
robot.
if you get virtual reality. But yeah, this shouldn't go for too much more.
Blues might be trying to tempt PB to like go for that 10, but he's not gonna bite it.
Yeah,
Because
has a
PB's
lot
pushing.
for that.
He's gonna get D in this interest ticks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's just standard PB head though, right? I mean, that's what he gets for not putting down these geos. That said, Duststorm on the way. Blue's not in a position to do anything with it. Just going to be hurt in his power production once day comes. He is grabbing a little bit of carbon. Don't know if I like that with this dry ice available. I really would have liked to see, in this circumstance, a move
Yeah.
into reactors, a move into chemicals, a move into
He really should have done the dry ice.
dry ice, a move into wind turbines with this dust storm going on. I mean, all of these. Instead, we're seeing a solar panel come down. Like, he's got 4 solar panels in this. Still 1 minute left on this dust storm.
Oh, the double geo is almost there.
Is a little bit frozen right now.
Well,
Just a
did
little
he?
bit.
Did he actually target the tile? Yeah, he must have. It was a power surge, not an EMP.
Yeah.
I would have used an EMP to figure out which
scouted.
one had the. Yeah. Or just put a spy down.
Yeah,
it's only
and there are
3,000.
spies.
Then you can dynamite it. Well, now you can freeze them both, I guess.
Well, I imagine this is going to save Pbhead's life combined with the dust storm long term. Just. He's in D levels of debt, but he should be paying that off very rapidly once the second geotherm finishes. Of course, it's still a ways away, but the dust storm is doing its job of holding that power price high for him.
look at Pbhead's life support though. Look how much money he's losing to that.
That's
Like
true.
he's.
Boom.
Ah, nice.
Excellent. That'll stop it.
Good move.
That is a huge deal because I mean, that's 4 power he just took away from Pbhead.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, he's got to let the day use the day to drive down that price with the solar panels,
Mm-hmm.
so that by the time that geotherm gets up again,
And the dust storm is over for now. It'll rear its ugly head again at some point. But Pbhead's still stuck in that D level of debt. And Pbhead is also relying on solar panels, so if Blues could just kind of keep this going a little bit. I will say he blew up the wrong geotherm. It's not that big a deal.
Why?
Maybe.
the other one
Because-
was being constructed.
I know, but you could have just waited for a moment. It would have been fine.
Don't.
Just be a little patient. It's fine. Just a
Why
little
is it-
patience.
Why is it the wrong geotherm?
Because this other one's just a little further away. Just a little further away.
You don't want to give him a chance to
It's
drop down
important.
Goon Squad.
Whatever. Buy a spy. It's fine. You can only drop one Goon Squad. 16,000 for Superconductor. Well, power's dead now. I mean,
Got the
once
chem
day
labs
comes.
down. They got a nice adjacency off the electrolysis reactors. All those buildings are making in the 150s, 200s. So
Yeah.
Blues is be making a lot of money. Awesome! Another dynamite down. Very good. Surprised PB's not. Oh, he's in D, of course.
He can't.
Yeah. All right, great. Blues is using his advantage. He's playing this game very well.
Yep. I expect Blues to take it from here just because we're in the late game, quite frankly, and he does that incredibly well. And Pbhead's doing his classic job of I either win the game or die to debt. So,
I would
hey,
like
look,
to
Chem
see
Labs are good. What do you know?
Yeah.
What would you like to see at this point?
I mean, just keep blowing up the geotherms. I was going to say use pirates, grab the fuel and oxygen, but just keep blowing up the geotherms.
I like this power price during the day. It's just like, yeah, you guys are kind of relying on solar panels, and it's real obvious. And note how Blues blew up the correct geotherm. Small advantages.
Your stock is being bought.
That's like an extra half second or something of power production.
Your stock is being
Totally irrelevant. Blues should have this in just a moment here. Pbhead throws out the GG and just concedes it, knowing that Blues is going to have no trouble whatsoever getting to that last little bit that he requires, especially in the wake of, I believe Pbhead literally just upgraded, so that was pretty much just him suiciding at that stage. And that's game number 2 on over to Blues, so we are headed once again to a game number 3. Oh, man. Anything you actually want to talk about there?
Well, I mean,
Power's important.
yeah, stay out of D debt. Blues uses advantage.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just... I liked the geotherm play still. I think it just came late because it came at a point where black market could be continually thrown at it. And it wasn't going to be a huge impact on other things that Blues was doing. You know what I mean? Like, he was making plenty of money. So it wasn't a big deal to have to throw a black market at that for Blues. If it had come a little earlier, it would have gotten in his way more. Maybe he wouldn't be able to do it all the time. Blah, 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 blah. Because even with that dust storm, it still just didn't work for Pbhead.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just got into it a little too late. I think I blame these aluminum tiles. Like, he put himself into a position where he had to take those aluminum tiles. Honestly, I just blame the found. I think it was a bad found. I called that at the start because it set up this really awful long-term position for him. I genuinely think he should have gone scavenger down with that tiny little bit of carbon in the middle.
Yeah.
You have access to water. You have access to aluminum not too far away. Plus, your opponent's robotic, and you can just, you know, dump on him with black market all day. I think it would have been good.